As far as elections that are also concerned, this is the assembly elections in Maharashtra. The former state Home Minister Anil Deshmukh is set to release his book, which is titled Diary of a Home Minister. Now, in this book, the top NCP SP leader, who was jailed for nearly 13 months in connection with charges of corruption and money laundering, and in this book has made many allegations against the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI. What is being said that in one of those chapters, which is called ED Pressure from the Top, he says, and I quote from an excerpt, that at the beginning of the interrogation, the panicked ED officers asked me, "Have you had some talks with the people on the top?" unquote. There are more such revelations that go on to make, as far as the allegations, Rakesh, of a certain collusion between agencies and the BJP. This seems to be an explosive point that it seems that the former minister has made in his book.
Yes, definitely. What we are learning from our sources that this book is set to be released by the India Alliance leaders sometime later once they are deciding the seat sharing issue. And in one of the excerpts that is accessed exclusively by Times Now, that says where he's making the revelation and he's raising an allegation on the ED officers, saying that there was a pressure from the top. Remember, in 2021, Anil Deshmukh had visited ED office on the occasion of Diwali, and only after that he was arrested at the same time. So what happened during that interrogation, that is the exact thing mentioned about this in this chapter. But more importantly, the timing of the book also plays an important role, as the Vidhan Sabha elections are upcoming, and right ahead of the elections this book is releasing. So this raises a lot of question on the timing of the book as well. But definitely this is only one of the chapters. There are about 20 chapters, that is what we are learning from our sources, and the other chapters may also make some sensational revelations, at least about Sachin Waze, Parambir Singh, and also about the opposition leaders, I beg your pardon, the leaders who are in power right now.
Well, he's been talking about a comprehensive narrative of conspiracy against him, and the book will present the complete story. But this isn't the point, as far as Rakesh, that we are saying that the timing of it all, as far as the state will soon be facing elections, is it the right time actually where he says that there was a conspiracy against the MVA or the Mahavikas Aghadi?
Yes, in fact, we have seen that there was a tussle between Devendra Fadnavis and Anil Deshmukh over some time now regarding these allegations that somewhere the BJP ruled government tried to, they were trying to frame Anil Deshmukh in a fake case. He also had revealed about some pen drive that he has some audio-visual evidences against Devendra Fadnavis, and only after that Fadnavis also reacted to that. So now, in the continuation to that spark, now we are seeing that there is this book which is coming up very soon.
All right. So any reactions on part of the BJP, or even when it comes to the other related side from the government there, who have been reacting before the release of this book? Because he had spent nearly 13 months after he was arrested on the charges of corruption and money laundering, and the opposition MV Alliance has been alleging that the Mahayuti government leaders conspired against Anil Deshmukh, leading to his jail time. Rakesh?
Yes, in fact, when Anil Deshmukh was a Home Minister then, and an explosive-laden vehicle was parked outside Mukesh Ambani's residence Antilia, and this entire book is about that episode and the allegations leveled against him about the 100 crore. But now, since we have accessed this book exclusively right now, we may get some reactions from the BJP and other parties, as this is likely to spark some new controversy in the middle of the elections.
All right. With those reactions that have been coming in as far as this book release that is now concerned, as Anil Deshmukh there, the former minister, seems to be going against the Mahayuti government, saying that there was a bid to destabilize the MVA government, and alleged as far as pressure from certain people at the top, where he says, as far as this tell-all book is concerned, false charges of conspiracy was there to overthrow the MVA government, and the timing couldn't be something that is also being pointed, as far as the elections are just round the corner in the state of Maharashtra, and Maharashtra will now witness a direct contest between Mahayuti and Mahavikas Aghadi. As amid the heated political atmosphere, Sagarika, we are looking at former Minister Anil Deshmukh, who seems to be going on at this very timing just before the elections to release his book.
And Anil Deshmukh, if you remember, Amita was jailed for about 13 months and the charges were that of money laundering and corruption. The 100 crore extortion charge was levelled against Anil Deshmukh, and now this book, timed right to the elections in Maharashtra. What does it go on to say? There are some very serious allegations, and this book is expected to trigger a further controversy. It says, and I quote the excerpts from this very book, which Rakesh Trivedi has exclusively accessed. He says, I was pressured to submit false affidavits against Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and his son Aditya, Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar and his son Parth, and Minister Anil Parab. It surprised me that Ajit Pawar was targeted, especially since he served as Deputy Chief Minister in both BJP government, both before and after this incident. I realized Fadnavis wanted to use me to file false affidavits and ruin the careers of the opposition leaders. These allegations were made by Anil Deshmukh in his press conferences too, after he was, released on bail. And in this book, he makes specific charges against the ED, where he says there's a book chaptered Pressure from Top: ED. And here he again goes on to say, in a stern tone, I told Devendra Fadnavis's messenger saying, go and tell Devendra Fadnavis that I will not level these false allegations on anyone. I will spend the rest of my life in jail, but will not stoop to make these false and despicable charges. I have evidence on a pen drive. After I refused, the very next day the raids began. ED and CBI and other agencies launched 170 raids on my home. And these are some more charges. And there are some more excerpts of the book that we've accessed, and we're going to tell you more about that, Amita, as we go through the pages of this book that even our colleague Rakesh has accessed. Charges against ED. Parambir Singh and Sachin Vaze, both of them named. Some political allegations made against Devendra Fadnavis.
All right.
Waiting for the Mahayuti to respond to what.
Well, let's get in a word from Mr. Atul Vatalkar, who is joining us here on the phone line. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Atul Vatalkar sir, ji. What do you have to say as far as when it comes to the allegations that have now been made in this tell-all book by Anil Deshmukh? He calls it as a diary of a home minister, where he has made certain allegations against certain people, and especially against the time that he spent in jail for 14 months.
People are more believing in diary of Sachin Vaze. People are more believing in diary of Pradeep Sharma. Because on that very date and very time, they have written these diaries and they expose Anil Deshmukh. They expose one of the most corrupt home minister in the history of Maharashtra, who went to jail on the inquiry order by Mumbai High Court, by any government. And so Anil Deshmukh may write anything and any number of books, but I will suggest that Anil Deshmukh should write in his book 100 ways of collecting 100 crore rupees he used to practice. That he should have written in that book. And if Anil Deshmukh and his political guru Sharad Pawar are living in this illusion that by making false allegation against the investigative agencies, they can escape through it. It is not possible, because it is the same Anil Deshmukh who has done forgery in the proof against it in his case. Not only that, he and his relatives tried to compromise CBI officers. That is also proven at that time. And so Anil Deshmukh has a totally criminal record, and Anil Deshmukh should also give explanation to the people why his both private secretaries who were arrested at that time has given confession. What about their confession?
Well, he's been emphasizing that this very book of his will provide a comprehensive narrative of what he calls as a conspiracy against him, claiming that there was a concerted effort when it comes to bringing down the MVA government. Thank you very much, Mr. Bhatkatkar, with your point of view, and Rakesh and Sagrika also for joining in. This is explosive, also coming at a time when the elections are just around the corner as far as in the state of Maharashtra is concerned. We'll get you more reactions on that back after a short break. The morning news continues.